Hello everybody, this is the Introverted Comedian and I'm back with episode 2 from my adventure on Medieval Dynasty on the Oxbow Map. So like I said in the previous episode, I am trying to build myself a village around this area next to Yastovia. I've already managed to get a couple of resources during the first episode. And I also managed to make a bit of coins by finding some items. On the other hand, I haven't actually I didn't actually get a chance to build anything yet, and this is kind of the time to start building, and that's because I finally managed to unlock the resource storage. Okay, so first of all, I already managed to get plenty of sticks, which you can easily drop on the ground. I managed to get enough logs to build it. I do need some stones. Fortunately, they are quite easy to get, and they can also increase my survival level. Try to get them from this area and build a storage somewhere around here, so it can cover a higher distance. Okay. Yeah, so usually you can find plenty of stones next to the rivers. If you want, you can also craft yourself a pickaxe and grab them, but honestly for me it's not worth it because you can get lots of stones by doing this and also get that survival level higher. So I'm going to grab some extra stones anyway. I am planning on building a few houses and a woodshed very soon, so this is just perfect. Now, as you can see, my character is now dirty by the symbol next to the thirst, hunger, health and stamina level. All you need to do is just get into the water and it will be cleared out. Okay, let's just go out for some more stones. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so I will also need a wooden hammer. So for this I need one log and one stick. Sorry, more sticks. 10 sticks. Okie perfect. Now I will grab some sticks. Let's see if I left any logs laying around here. Apparently no. I was hoping for it. Okie. Where the Pikachu are those sticks when you need them. Yeah, so I'm not going to use the ones I've already picked up because I can easily get quite a few. And like I said, next is the hammer. Okay, so in my case, I want to build it somewhere around here. Now the best thing about this is that you can store quite a lot of resources in it, and it will allow you to access them from the distance as long as you have this setting, the remote storage access. Pretty sure that some people might play without it, but especially if it's not, if you haven't played the game many times before, it's best to have that on. Okay, Okay, and now I just need to get a wooden hammer and start building. So foundation, 12 of these. I'm going to drop the rest of the stones over here because I don't need them for the moment. Okay, so now I need quite a lot of logs. Not sure if I can move with all of these. Nope. I'm going to try to move with as many as possible. Okay, now I also need some sticks. I can easily grab my sticks. Again, close to being full. Okay, I've also managed to get a level up in production, which is perfect. So I'm going with the crafting knowledge increase. And as soon as I get the chance with the full focus. Okay, now I'm going to grab back my logs. Start placing some more of these walls. Okay, so right now I also need straw. Over here I just need sticks. That's perfect. Perfect. So I'm going to drop the logs over here, sticks over here. And right now I need to go get some straw. Now, fortunately, the area where I chose to build in is quite rich in straw. All you need to do is point your cursor at the ground and press the button to collect them. For PS5 it's the X. Yeah, as long as you're within a certain range, you will easily collect lots of them. You can easily just hold the button pressed and it will collect. You will just need to move your character. Now you can also go in third person mode if you want. I think this might actually be more useful than expected when it comes to collecting, not sure. Yeah, starting to actually think that it might be more useful. Okay, so now I managed to get another level up in survival, something I was aiming at. And now I can get survival sense. Survival sense allows you, once you go in inspector mode, to see things highlighted. So you can see rocks or stones, you can see the straws, you can also see different types of plants, and if you look at it in the first person, you can see that they are different in shape, and this is quite useful at night. For example, at night you won't be able to see the difference that well, but right now you can actually see it better. The same for collecting any other things on the ground at night, while you could usually not see them, especially if you're in the forest. With the sense active, you will be able to do so. The main issue, like I said, I'm not sure if I actually said it, is that once you go in inspector mode, it will consume stamina. So the main issue with that can be fixed once you unlock this, the full focus, which basically cancels that. Okay, so right now I need around 200, maybe even more straw. Unfortunately, when it comes to straw that you get from reeds, you can only collect them manually. It does give you the chance to level up your survival, so you don't need to worry. It's actually very useful. But you can also plant various things that can end up as straw, such as rye grain, wheat grain, or oat grain. Also later on, once you have an extraction shed, you can ask your villagers to start collecting some, making it easier for you to carry on with the game. Okay, so as you can see, there's quite a lot of them over here, which makes it perfect for me. Usually it's this is how you find them, next to a swampy area or next to a river or a lake, and there's a bunch of them, so you can collect a decent amount quite fast, which makes it then easy to start building things that need it. Also, it is needed in animal feed. You don't need to worry about that when you start the game, since you need lots of technology invested in farming before you can get that. Okay, so I actually have the herbalist hut. Potion of weight requires poppy seeds and herbane. Okay, now I'm considering my options over here to see what can be done. Okay, let's grab a couple more sticks. Okie dokie. And now let's finally finish the resource storage. Okay, so like I said, one of the main things about the resource storage is that you can actually do what the name says, store resources. You can also store other items as well. So if you want, you can store coins, you can store clothing, you can store any other items, weapons, or tools. Not very useful for food though. There is a separate one for that. Okay, and let's drop them in there. Let's drop the stone here as well. Okay, I don't actually need to use these anymore. Okay, I'll grab the stone axes as well. Now, the stone axes, most of them I crafted because very soon I'm going to get workers. So I want them to have them ready. So let's see, get everything, take everything, perfect. I don't need this one now, I don't need this one now. These I should have sold, I have no idea why I didn't sell them. Okay, so basically now if you need to craft or build something, you will not need to have them in your inventory. You can just do it with them being in the inventory of your storage. So let's say I want to get a house. I can see what I have stored inside the storage. The main issue initially and later on as well is that it only has a certain range. It's quite a high range, to be honest, at some point. So initially it's not that high. As you can see, just getting over here, it already made it impossible for me to use the resources. But still, if I need to build a couple of houses or other buildings around this area, it's coming in very handy. Now let's grab some more of those stones. Also going to grab some broadleaf plantain in case I have to start hunting something. These will come in very useful to heal myself if I get injured. Again, I do hate the fact that you have very poor stamina use in the beginning. Okay, and just leave these over here. Okay, now I'm going to leave these as well for the moment. Things to weigh as little as possible. Now let's see, next on the list, I do want to unlock this. At first, I kind of need some houses. So I'll just get 2 houses over here. Now, initially, I do not care very much about where I'm building the start of my village. This is basically the starting point, so I don't actually care that much about it. Okay, now I have the woodshed unlocked as well, which is perfect. I'll just place it over here. Yeah, might as well make use of the shovel. Yeah, so I was saying initially I don't care how I place them, because you can always use another function for the hammer. You can see you can build, you can move, you can repair, insulate, remove insulation, or destroy. Usually I tend to build a little bit in one place and then I will destroy until I actually can build what I need in that area. Okay, let's just clear a few more of these up if I'm at it. Yeah, so torches can be useful, but in this case it wouldn't be useful for me, mainly due to the fact that I couldn't use it since I need 2 hands for the shovel. Still, I don't need these logs. And I'm curious to see if I actually can get enough to build that first house before the night ends. Okay, let's see. Okay, so apparently I'm doing poorly when it comes to the sticks, and I also need extra logs. Although I'm a bit surprised that I'm... now I know why I'm doing poorly with the sticks. I have plenty of them, I just forgot to place them inside the storage. Okay, let's see. Always make sure to be careful when you're chopping down trees. If they fall on you, they will damage you. And you do not want that. Okay. Where is it? Yeah, one thing I'm sorry is that you cannot see, what I'm also annoyed, not just sorry about, is that you cannot see the tree stumps with the inspector mode. Oh, come on, for Pikachu's sake. I was so close. But still, it's not bad to have the resource storage and a house on the second day finished. So I'll just take that as a win. Might as well place the foundation for this. Definitely not. First I need to finish the house. Okay. So there are a few types of houses. There are the simple small ones, simple ones, and normal houses. They can be made, they can be wattle, they can be wooden or stone. H3 by 3 basically. When it comes to wattle, you will need sticks, logs, stone, and straw. Simple ones require you to process things into planks, and they need lots of logs. Meanwhile, the stone ones will need again planks, and lots of stone. Now you initially start, you can see them in your management tool. They can hold up to 3 people. The larger ones, they can hold up to 4 people. The largest one is actually, I think, double the size of this one, if not even bigger. Also, you do have a fireplace to build, to craft, to cook food. You do have some storage for items that you want to keep personal. You can use any of the beds. And if you're holding a construction hammer and you have the resources, you can also redecorate that bed into something much nicer. Later on, you will be able to decorate with lanterns and other stuff, but you will need to do some work for that. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly leave whatever I don't need in here. I'm going to grab the food from here and any other type items. Now, you can always build a well, or you can do just this. Now, let's get some good night's sleep. Okay, so the goal for this day is to do some farming. Let's see. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so for farming, you first need a wooden hoe. You also need to kind of decide where you want the plots. In my case, I will make some plots just over here. Now, in order to get plots, you need to get to the creation menu, buildings, farming, and fields. And then just see how much you can extend them for. Okay, so in this case I couldn't extend them further. So that's 60, I have 20, 40 seeds. 6. Oh, come on, for Pikachu's sake. I was hoping I can get 8 plots. Okay, this should be perfect. Okay, so this is how we place the fields. Now, one thing about this is that it will drain your stamina very fast. And also it's going to be annoying for your tools, since they get broken quite easily. The wooden ones have very low durability. On the other hand, I did manage to unlock something that I needed, which is the food storage. Now, the reason why I need the food storage is so I can keep my villagers happy as soon as I have villagers by placing food in there. Okay, come on, mate. Like I said, the stamina is a pain in the beginning. Little by little it gets sorted out. Okay, so again, the hook is getting broken down easily. Now I do need to build that barn as well. So it's perfect that it got unlocked. Not sure if I can actually build it here. I hope so. Okay. It looks like I'm still in range, but I do need lots of resources for it. You can always check what resources you need by coming back over here. So lots of logs, lots of stone. Not bad. Now, like I said, I also need the food storage. I need to find a place for that one too. So I think I already know where I need to place it. Let's see if it actually fits in here. Oh, come on, for Pikachu's sake. Yeah, not that easy. Oh, speaking of, I forgot to actually demolish these. Because I do not need them. Okay, food storage. I want to place it here. I also want a well over here. Okie dokie. So I'll basically need quite a lot of stone and lots of logs. So first of all, I need to focus on lots of logs. First of all, to finish that house and to finish this one. The main reason is so I can finally get a worker and start having the wood production. So I'll just get 6 logs sorted out. Now I do want to take a quick trip over here. There's usually an... oh, nice. Every time I find things, I'm happy. Especially when finding bags that I was going to need soon anyway. Okay, so usually just over here in this small lake there can be some random items spawned, including some logs. Yeah, not this time. I was hoping to get them faster. Anyway, easiest way to get more logs faster is to go for the maple ones. Okay. Okay, so usually I don't do this, but I'm going to see if I can get it sorted now. I'm going to try to finish the woodshed. Okay, looks like I still need Pikachu logs. Yeah, so I want to finish the woodshed first and get one villager. With that villager working on gathering logs, I can basically get the log production sorted out on passive without me actually needing to do it. So basically by the end of the day I should be able to finish his house too. Okay, 1, 2, that's built. As you can see, it does pop up in here and it can produce logs, sticks, firewood, planks. In my case, I will basically need logs. Okay, fortunately, there is a man quite close by who can do the job. I'm not 100% sure. Usually, I make sure that they have housing. I might be lucky enough for him to do the job without initially having a house.
How is life treating you?
So, as you can see, he has 3 skill points in extraction. I don't have a house for him, but I can assign him to the woodshed. And now the woodshed is actually producing 27 logs per day. It's not a high amount, to be honest, but it should be enough to finish that house, although it is quite late during the day. So to boost this up, first let me take a bath. I hate when my character is dirty, even though for what I'm doing he's going to get dirty again. Okay, so I'm going exactly for these trees, for the maple trees. So with the help of that guy, I should be able to easily finish his house. Then I can place some food and water inside his chest, which takes care of his needs. Alright, the Pikachu, because it looks like I'm carrying too much. Oh yeah, because I have too many things on me. You can stay here. You can stay here. You can stay here. Give me one more stone axe. Give me 6 more. Okay, now I know why it was looking like that. Okay. So he will probably walk around for a little bit. He won't be working necessarily over here. He won't be chopping trees. You don't need to care about that. He will still generate those logs. Now I quickly need to get rid of that food into my house's inventory. Go back to get some more logs. First I need to see exactly how much more I need. That's 8. Okay, so it looks like I need quite a few. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 logs. Okay, so when it comes to having a worker, you can either place in the resource storage the tool they need, or you can place it over here in the chest of the workplace. Okay, looks like he's doing poorly when it comes to that. Don't worry, my friend, I will fix it very soon. I just need 12 more logs. Okay. If you want, you can always check the production by going to management and go for wood items. Oh, already produced 1 log. Good job, my friend. Do not worry, I will be soon back with 12 more and finish your house. Where was it here? Yeah, so one of the good things about the game is that you can actually build resource storages far apart on the map. They don't need to be next to each other to actually have access to the resources. The main issue is you will need those exact resources in your inventory to actually build it. So yeah, go down. Okay. So I'm going to get 4 more, and this is because, as you can see, first of all, the workers need houses, the villagers. Second of all, they need food. Then they need some water, and after that they also need some wood. So if you don't want them to use your logs, you will need to craft some firewood for them. Now, in my case, I'm going to take care of the first need, which is finishing that house for him. Is already produced 4 logs, which is perfect. Okay, so now that his house is ready, like I said, to make sure that he's not using other wood, I'm going to craft some firewood myself. Okay, you just need to place it in your resource storage. Okay, now to cover both the housing and the firewood, you just need to assign him to the house. You will see his mood will start improving soon. And that one disappeared as well. Now, next thing, I want to get that bucket. Since I don't have a well yet, I'm going to fill it from the river. Now, if you don't already have meat, you just need to go kill a few bunnies. If you have some, you can just do what I'm doing. Grab a bit of it. Go to the house of your worker or villager. Place the water in, place the food in. And this covers their needs. So next, I want to take care of these two. Well, basically of this one, the food storage. The food storage is important because I will not need to place those in the inventory of the villager's house, the food and the water. So right now I need to go out after a lot of stones. Like I said, you can always craft a pickaxe. There are quite a few nodes or blocks in this area that will give you a stone. The main issue is I find it much faster to do it this way. Also, it allows me to get some more survival points. Okay, so if you want, you can just hold the X if you're playing on PS5, and basically your character will pick up anything they find. The annoying thing is if there are any mushrooms or plants next to where stones are, the game tends to go for those instead of going for the stones. Same with sticks, if there's any stick next to the stones, it will go for the stick. Let's see. Okay, overloaded. That can still carry a little bit more. Okay, so now since I do have the resource storage, I can just quickly make myself my way there and leave the stones there. Might as well grab a few more on the way. Just make sure not to overload yourself way too much, because you'll end up not being able to move. Okay, foundation ready for this one. Blocks for the rest of it. Okay, let's see if I have enough for the foundation for this one. Perfect. Now if you want some additional meat without having to hunt, you can get some sticks and place some of these traps, but they do have a limit. If you want to get more, you will need to level up your hunting experience, and you will be able to place more. It's not actually worth it. One of them will suffice. It gives you some experience. Now again, I do need blocks and I need them fast, so I'm going to visit this area where there's maple trees. Okay, perfect. One more level in extraction. So at this point I could go with one of these. That's exactly what I'm about to do. And that's so I can get more carrying capacity. So usually I tend to go with as much experience as possible gained. But the value of the carrying capacity is quite high as well. It allows you to make less trips. Also, I'm going to do the extraction activities quite a bit, so I should get enough experience with it, even without unlocking the additional percentage. Okay, this is a very strange way they fell. Still not a problem. That one's about to go down, so best to have another one. Okay, so it looks like one more tree and I can go back. Yeah, so as soon as you actually have a worker, villager working on getting some logs, you can also get a little bit further and do what I did, get better trees for logging. Okay. Let's see. So I do want to get the farm sorted out the next day, which is why I want to build this one first. Probably still have a few more trees down. Or maybe not. Okay, this is perfect. Yeah, so the main reason why I wanted the barn up was for this, so I can produce my own fertilizer. Basically, you can buy it but it's cheaper to produce it yourself. Okay. Well, let's see if I have enough resources for other things. Okay. I do not actually care about this one. This one I find way more important. Okay. Yeah, so basically I was able to do quite a few things in this second episode. I was able to get the resource storage sorted out. I was able to get 2 houses, got myself a worker as well, and I cannot wait for him to actually get his level higher so he can produce even more logs. Now I'm doing better at unlocking technology as well, although my aim is to go for that smithy. That will probably be in season 2. I also have the woodshed. The food storage will be coming along soon, the well as well. But like I said, meanwhile the focus will be on 2 things. First of all, I do need to finish this farm, and then I need to finish those buildings, so I will need some more logs for that. Now speaking of, I'll need to get rid of a couple of things. Okie dokie, plenty of these, you can always sell them and get some money back. Okay, so like I said before, the basics are not that hard for the game. You just need to make sure that you're keeping your character fed. Water is always easy to come by. You just need a river and or a lake, and that's it. You're safe to get rid of your thirst. Yeah, so if you found anything useful in this second episode, please feel free to leave a comment. The same if you have any tips and any perspective on how you're starting your game, if you've already played it, or you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. And until next time, have a good time. Bye bye.